I guess it gets you thinking, like, did the Yankees give out one of the worst free agent contracts of all time? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. As usual, I'm Patrick Hennessy, and today we have to talk about Carlos Rodon, the elephant in the room, the guy who's coming off the worst season in his Major League career. The first season as a New York Yankee could have not gone any worse for Carlos Rodon. We'll talk about it today. We'll talk about what to expect from him in the future and kind of just reflecting on this disastrous 2023 campaign. But I guess we could kind of start things off by talking about the abysmal performance last night to kind of cap off the season. Personally, I was hoping that Rodon was going to come out and shove. It would have been awesome for his confidence going into the offseason, just kind of having like a nice finale to the season. But I guess you would probably say it was the worst start of his career. It was one of the worst starting pitching performances I have ever seen from a Major League pitcher in my life. And that's not an exaggeration at all. Didn't record a single out. 8 earned runs, bro. 8 earned runs and not recording a single out is blasphemous. It's unheard of. It's like if I made a YouTube video and sat here for 10 minutes and didn't say a single word. It's exactly what it is. But yeah, abysmal performance. But I think also what it is his comments after the game too. Well, not only his comments after the game, but kind of just the presence that he provided on the mound. Kind of giving Matt Blake pushing his back to Matt Blake, not really hearing his input. And what he said about that after the game was, I was just frustrated. He was just trying to come out and help. And it was kind of one of those things where it was just like obviously frustrated with the situation. I've given up 5 runs on 5 hits. I think I walked a guy and couldn't get an out in the first inning. It wasn't good. I'm sure it was disrespectful. I'm sure it wasn't great. Definitely not the best move there. Shouldn't happen. I was frustrated with myself and my performance. Really embarrassing. And this isn't like, it's evident so far this season that Carlos Rodon, when he has bad performances, he can't really control his frustrations. We saw it in LA a couple months ago when he was blowing kisses to Yankee fans that were booing him. And he's kind of become public enemy number 1. And when I'm looking at Carlos Rodon, I'm comparing him to somebody who might have the same, well, no, definitely has the same first name of him, but might have the same career path. Carl Pavano, bro. Carlos, get it? Huh. Wow. Okay, cool. But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if anyone remembers Carl Pavano, but he was a pretty, like, high-graded acquisition for the Yankees back in the early 2000s as a starting pitcher, and he never stepped on the mound, bro. He was so injury-prone, and when he was on the mound, he just didn't perform well, and we might be looking at the same thing with Carlos Rodon. He missed the first half of the season with who knows what at this point, honestly. I mean, he said, like, his back felt weird, and then there was other stuff, too. I don't know. But he missed the first half of the season, only made 14 starts this year, but in those 14 starts, absolutely abysmal stats to wrap up the year. I was just looking at his final line, and he finished with a 3-8 record with a 6.85 ERA in 14 starts. That's not even a small sample size, bro. Like, we're looking at it, like, half the season. You have almost a 7 ERA. Abysmal. And I guess it gets you thinking, like, did the Yankees give out one of the worst free agent contracts of all time? Because like I said, he has 5 years left on his deal. And in season 1, where you kind of expect to get the best from him, he gave you the worst. So you could view it one of two ways, right? One, going into next season now, there are 0 expectations for Carlos Rodon. 0, bro. I can't imagine it going any further downhill from here. I guess the only way it could go further downhill is if he just isn't on the mound, if he isn't healthy, which, seeing his injury history, very likely. Or, yeah, that's really the only way it could go worse. Because I'm looking at it, bro. Even if he has a 5 ERA next season in 15 starts, that's an upgrade from what we saw this year. But it's really just a shame because when we acquired Carlos Rodon, we heard so much good things about his performance on the mound. I'm pretty sure MLB Network, in their preseason rankings, ranked him as the number 3 pitcher in all of baseball. Garrett Cole, hopefully unanimous Cy Young winner, wasn't even top 10. And Carlos Rodon was number 3. He was obviously very highly touted by everybody. In his introductory press conference, we heard so many great things from him about how all he wants to do is win, and he's a dog, he's an animal, bro. We heard everything we wanted to hear, and we just haven't seen it on the mound. Have I completely given up on Rodon? No, but we're getting close to that point, bro. Like, if he doesn't come out to start next season and do something to impress us, I think everyone's going to have to start becoming a little concerned, because if you don't get any performance from him in his first 2 years as a Yankee, you can't expect the next 4 to go well, right? Like, usually the front half of the contract is when you expect the player to perform well, then the back half is when they kind of wane off a little bit, Giancarlo Stanton-esque. But I don't know. I'm kind of disgusted with what we've seen from Rodon this season. And the disrespect on top of it to Matt Blake, an excellent pitching coach, to the fan base, blowing kisses at them. It's irresponsible. It's unforgivable as of now. The only way it can become forgivable is by performing well next season, but he just has to perform better next year. That's the only thing, because we needed 2 behind Garrett Cole, and Rodon was supposed to be that guy, and we haven't gotten that yet. Yet is the key word, though. Like I said, 5 more years on the deal. I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens, but absolutely abysmal 2023 season for Carlos Rodon. That's really what I'm going to leave it at here. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Rodon's season. I can't imagine anyone's being like, oh, yeah, I'm really impressed with what we saw. You can't be, bro. Even Aaron Boone had some things to say about it, too. Obviously, it was mostly like blowing smoke, because that's really what Boone does best. But yeah, that's really it. I don't want to rip the guy apart. It's like beating a dead horse at this point. I don't want to beat him anymore while he's down. But I can't really show too much respect for somebody who didn't show too much respect to the team this year. That's just the way I'm viewing it. I'm hoping we could be looking at like a comeback player of the year next year in Carlos Rodon, a redemption arc like no one's ever seen before. I'm rooting for it. Am I expecting it to happen? Time will tell. But yeah, on that note, hope everyone has an awesome, awesome weekend. You guys know what I say every single video. You are a legend. Legend. Don't let anyone ever tell you different. You could accomplish anything you put your mind to in this life, bro. Look at Carlos Rodon. Maybe next year he's going to put his mind to being a better pitcher, and he'll accomplish it. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, appreciate you all for stopping by. You guys are all so awesome. And I love making these videos, bro. They're simple. They're concise. They're to the point. And based on what I've seen in the comments, it seems like you guys might like them. I don't know. Let me know if you guys do like them. Let me know if you want to see more. This is video number 3 now of the return of Pat. Let's go. Yeah, I like talking about myself in the third person sometimes. It makes me feel comfortable. Cool. You guys know the deal. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more. I love you all so much. I will see you next time. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. I will see you all next time. Peace.